Hi Aries, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your weekly tarot check. This is for the week of May 17th through May 24th. So we are coming on hot into June here. And I want to thank everyone who's been watching the readings. I love doing them for you. And if you've subscribed, liked, commented, or shared, I want to thank you so much for that too and supporting the channel. It's really fun to see it grow, and it really just gives me a ton of energy to do these readings, so thanks for that. If you're new and you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you. Tap that bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted. I just did a May mid-month reading for you, and I'll be coming back in about a week to do a June reading for you, June 2020. Can you believe that? So this is for all Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If a reading doesn't resonate with you, just try a different part of your chart. Try your Moon, Rising, or your Venus if this is your sun sign. It's always surprising to me when people dislike a reading because it's like, well, if it's not for you, why would you, A, energetically connect yourself to it, and B, I just, it's like unless it's like there's a ton of, I don't know, profanity or insulting things in the video. I don't know why people do that, but whatever. I guess I just say look at the things that you want because you will attract more of them in your life. Okay, focus on what you like and you're going to bring it towards you. So, okay, here we go. This is for Aries. May 17th through the 24th. Now, time's fluid, so it may not fully be contained in 7 days. If you're new here, we go day by day, okay? So we start with Sunday. The 17th, you've got the Page of Wands. I really like that for you. Monday, you've got the King of Swords. Tuesday, you have the Ten of Swords. But then Wednesday, you've got the Fool. Thursday, you have the Five of Cups. Friday, you've got the Nine of Wands. Saturday, you've got the Knight of Wands. And then on Sunday, you have the Eight of Pentacles here. So definitely you're represented well here by these wands. That's your element, your fire sign. So we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius represented here, but we've got all the elements really. You do have, I would say also predominantly air, so possibly if you're dealing with an Aquarius, there's a conflict here that could be with an air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. It's possible you're going to have a conflict, some kind of exchange. I don't think it's going to be a mortal wound, but I do think there's definitely some tension coming at the beginning part of the week here. So you start off here with the Page of Wands. Now, some of you may have started some kind of new endeavor during this quarantine time, but you've got a lot of charisma here on Sunday. I just feel like people around you just think you're so cute on Sunday. They want to be around you. They like being around you. You're like the center of attention. And like I said, some of you may have started some kind of a new hobby and it's gotten a lot of your attention, but you're also getting attention for it. So if you started doing some kind of jewelry or creating something, painting, I knew an Aries who started an Instagram page with their creations. That was really cute. It's like something like that. And so Sunday, I feel like you're in your element, you're having fun, you're doing what you like to do, and it just all feels very good. Now Monday, you do have this King of Swords who comes in. And the King of Swords, again, is a great communicator, but can be very no-nonsense. And this actually could be you. You may have to set a boundary with somebody who's needed it for a while, who's been maybe, taking advantage of you. And it can even be people who live around you that are just not very clean and they've been just making the house a mess and you're ready to take a stand and you don't really care if it hurts anybody's feelings. It's just a very rational kind of mindset on Monday. But again, you can be, when you're in this mindset, you can be kind of judgmental. So you have to be a little bit cautious of that because the decisions can seem very one-sided. It can seem very much like this is how it's going to be and I'm not going to debate it. It's non-negotiable and that's it. So be very careful with that you don't come down too harshly on anybody because on Tuesday, you've got this Ten of Swords. And some of you may suffer a little bit from allergies. That could be part of it on Tuesday. but I actually think it's in regards to this King of Swords, and I feel like it's somebody around you that feels like, whoa, like you kind of laid into them and, excuse this expression, but tore them a new ass. That's what I'm getting, where somebody's like, God, you ripped my face off over that, and they're upset about it. Okay, so you may have to mend a fence here. You may have to apologize, or at least acknowledge that it might have been a little bit harsher than was necessary, or just be careful. If you're cautious and more conservative on Monday, you can step around that. That's what I love about this. You have to understand, with tarot, you have free will. So you can get guidance like this. You can see it coming and make a different decision. So you could avoid this entirely. You could get to Monday and go, I know what they're talking about. I know the conflict. I'm going to temper this a little bit. And Tuesday, there could be a completely different energy. So that is a 10, though, and it's a conclusion. So I do think it's related to this 5 of Cups here, though. So Wednesday, you have a great energy here. The Fool is all about taking a leap of faith. I think you have a nice energy coming forward. I think you might have some kind of a communication coming in from somebody, a love interest that kind of comes out of the blue. And I think it's really giving you pause, Aries. I think you are taking a step and thinking, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm seeing Chevy Chase, jumping in the pool with Christy Brinkley. Going, this is crazy, even though he is married. I don't love that. But it's kind of like that, where it's like, I'm just going to take a chance on this. Some of you, it could be with work, where you've got somebody that you're looking to hire and you're going to take a chance on them, and it's actually going to be a very good fit. They're going to bring a wonderful energy to things. They're very vivacious. They're very energetic. They also could be a fire sign. Whoever that's for, I don't know, but it feels like somebody's going to be coming into your circle that's going to bring a lot of fun. So you have Thursday, you do have this 5 of Cups. And I think for some of you, even though this is a card of sadness and it can be a bit of depression, I actually think it has more to do with this relationship and, kind of looking at what didn't happen with it. So if it was somebody that you met, there's going to be a change here, but it may have been like, it seems unfair that with a, global pandemic, I didn't get to do this the way I thought it was going to go. That's kind of what I'm getting. Things didn't go how I thought they were going to go. And there's some sense of, there is some sense of grief around it. Kind of like, well, if this wouldn't have happened, things would be here, and so just be careful not to get too caught up in that, because we really, our real job here is to live a good life, but not to get too caught up in the outcome. And when we can stay unattached from outcomes, we don't have to go through this. I do think this carries over a little bit into Friday here. You've got this 9. You've got a 10, a 5, and a 9. A 9 is almost complete. He's the wounded warrior. You're not going to give up, okay? So if for you, in regards to a relationship, I think this is going to last for a while. I think it's going to be through the summer, where you're trying to figure some things out and where this is really going, where it really stands, if there is a reconciliation possible. I think it is possible, but I just think you're not giving up that love that you have. There's kind of like one last push, especially if it's been on again, off again. I think it's going to get back on again, and it'll be probably the final time. If it doesn't go this time, it's not for you. But I do think there's going to be one more swing at it, and it's possible it'll run the distance. It's not, I can't see it in this short of a reading, but I definitely feel like you've been waiting, and there's kind of been this delay or suspension with it that's been irritating, and it creates an energy with this Knight of Wands on Saturday here. So that was Friday. This is for Saturday. The Knight of Wands, you get kind of a restless but ambitious energy where you want to move forward. You want life to start picking up steam. I mean, you're ready. If your state still has barbershops closed, you're ready to drive into a neighboring state on Saturday and get a haircut. You've got this kind of restlessness, wanting to go out, to move life forward, to see things, to do things that you haven't been able to do. But I actually think you're going to have a lot of fun on Saturday. I do feel like it's, you got kind of a devil may care attitude here, but things start to pick up, and that's great compared to this Nine of Wands. You get into the Knight of Wands, and it's like all speed ahead, all steam ahead, whatever you want to say. Sunday, you do get a little more grounded with this Eight of Pentacles, and you start to get more focused again on money. I do feel like you have had money coming in for a while. I mentioned this. I know an Aries who got $20,000 just unexpectedly. So some of you have really great aspects for money coming towards you. So continue to focus on that vibration. And the vibration of money and the frequency of money are fast. So that Knight of Wands serves you with that, because you're at your best when you have a lot of ideas coming in. It does not overwhelm you. It's like you have almost, when you're in that flow, you have unlimited potential with that. With some signs, like if you were a Virgo, let's say, that would be completely overwhelming. But for an Aries, that's that's when you're at the pinnacle. You're at the top of your game when you're just full of ideas. So in terms of love, this is an oracle card to bring in more love to your life. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always. So it really connects with that Nine of Wands in this reading. If you are wondering about a relationship, you just have to sit back and have some patience and know that it's on the universe's time. Now, the universe likes speed. So generally when something's not manifesting, it's because of our own human connection and our ego keeping it away. We are going to close things off with a Louise Hay card. I express my love. Be a friend to someone today. Help them see by your actions that life loves them. So if you want more love in your life, be loving, and it will show up for you. We get what we put out. It's a law. It's a law of attraction. So I love you so much, Aries, and I'll be back again next week.